All right, so just a little tutorial on how I do my wood grain cups. So this one I just spray painted white and then spray painted a clear coat over it. I'm doing a half wood grain, half white because it's gonna be like a baseball cup to where it looks like a bat on the bottom and then a jersey on the top. So the only like supplies that I need, I just have like a little ramekin here. It's just rubbing alcohol. I buy this one from Walmart, so the 91% one. I have two different brushes. I have one that's like this. It's a pretty flexible one. And then I have one that's just a little bit bigger, same one. And I probably got these at either Walmart or Michael's. It's the only place I would have bought them. So the only reason why I have two is so that I can do different types of strokes. And then I have one that I'll show you I can use like the alcohol on to like change the color if like it's too dark or whatever. So lately all I've been using is like two different colors for my wood grain. So I usually use teak wood. It's kind of like fuzzy there. Teak wood. It's the Ranger brand. And then this one is Tim Holtz brand in the espresso. So let's see, where's that? I don't even know where the color's at on there. So those two. I haven't tried like other colors just because those were like the first two that I bought and I like them. So these are like super easy. I usually just kind of mix the two of them just depending on like how light I want them to be. So give me 1 second here. Okay. So, sorry, I should have taken off. So all I do is, it's kind of hard to see, is I just like, let's see if I can get it here. I just like do a little like line of it. Kind of see that there? And then I take the brush and I just go back and forth. And I do that, see how it kind of creates like a little bit. So I do a couple of them first before I add any alcohol at all. So I kind of just do them like that a little bit. And I just go back and forth. So just back and forth like this. And then I kind of, you can do like big ones and kind of have them drip a little bit. I don't tend to do that on the one that's our half and half because I don't want to drip it into like my white. So what I usually do is I just kind of go all the way around and I just make the lines just kind of all over the place. Oh, that one probably leaked on there. Okay. And then I'll go back through with the other colors. So I kind of have two different colors. And then I'll go through and add a little bit of alcohol, usually just to lighten up parts of it. So super easy. This is what I have so far. Let me do this other one. Sorry, I'm like trying to pay attention to my computer too. I'm supposed to start class in like 2 minutes online, so. All right, and so again, doing the same thing here. So this one that I just added, so the first one I used was the espresso, and then the teak wood is the one that I just added on, and it tends to have more of like a bit of a lighter color. If you can kind of see that. So I'll put like streaks of that throughout. And what I noticed is that this brand, the teak wood is the Ranger brand, tends to be a little bit more Like, I feel like there's a little bit more like alcohol in it because it moves a lot more. It's a little bit thinner and it like changes color a little bit more. Like you can see where it dripped, how it like created that like little line right there. So that's why I kind of like using a combination of them. So you kind of see when you do it, it's kind of like hard to see. Let's see if I do it that way. How you can kind of just go back and forth. So I try to like fill it in mostly, and then I'm going to go through and add a little bit of the pure alcohol just to kind of blend it together. So I just dip the very edge of it, the paintbrush in the alcohol, and then you can see it drips a little bit more. I'll probably put a little bit too much, but you can see how it kind of like blends it all together. So it looks like I put way too much alcohol in there, so it's gonna be, I'm hoping it doesn't bleed too much underneath the masking tape or the electric. I use like blue painter's tape or whatever. Hopefully it doesn't bleed too much through that, but we'll find out. So I just kind of go around. The nice thing about wood grain is, I mean, I have found that you can do it like too much, but you can always like go over it. And then you can always, if you really didn't like yours, you can always like go over and like start over again by like taking it off, stripping it all off with alcohol. So like, see how I just blended it all together to where it looks like the wood grain here. And then on the very bottom, I start just with the one that I use the alcohol with, and I go straight across. And then kind of depending on what you want the bottom to look like, you can kind of do like the hatch pattern kind of on the bottom. So it's super basic. That's all I do to it. That was like a total of 7 minutes for me talking to like putting it on there for just the half one. So I usually just like wait till it dries and then I take off it right away. But what's really nice is it's like completely dry to the touch already. So now we're going to see how much it bled through under my tape. I thought I got it down pretty well, but... And then we'll just clean it up a little bit. So some places I did really well, and then other places, see it like kind of bled through. So what I do is I just get, and I don't have any right here, so I don't like run out of screen, but I just get like a Q-tip, and I'll just use alcohol to wipe that off like right on the edge. I don't have to make mine like super clean because what I do is I actually put like red laces that kind of cover it, so I don't need the lines. And then if you were doing it all the way through, which I've done before, then you don't really need to worry about that part. So I'm going to go and clean it up right away so it doesn't stay on there, and then you should be good to go. So if you have any questions at all, let me know. I'll attach a picture also here that shows what it looks like after I put the laces on of a different cup, so you can kind of see it. So there we go. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.